spot with a bunch of glass minnows along that edge line there. I'm just going to look for a school that has a little bit larger ones. That looks like this early pocket there. And grab some bait slash chum. That's what we're looking for.
Well, I made it to the outside of the reef. I shouldn't have, but I just wanted to check it out. It actually wouldn't have been a bad day to do some trolling or even just cruise out to the wrecks. I mean, a little bit sloppy, but not too bad. But since I want to sit on the anchor, this is about a little bit sloppy for that. So I think I'll head back in and just sit on the patches, especially since I'm just looking to do some fun fishing and I'm not looking to keep anything. So, back to the patches. That was a waste of a half hour.
Okay, what we're doing today is basically just some patch reef fishing, fun fishing. Never know what you're gonna catch, but it's definitely not gonna be as big as out on the edge of the reef, but on the edge of the reef was a little bit heavy, so I didn't want to get beat up for nothing because I'm not taking anything home. Just all catch and release today. To show you where I'm at. Now here's the reef line, and then the keys are up here. So I'm just picking one of these patch reefs. So these ones in whites are all basically 16 foot, 15 foot, and then all that blue surrounding it is basically 30 foot. So you have these uprisings that are all over. I just happen to pick this one little patch there. I'll zoom in on it. So there's this kind of a heavy channel on this side, 35, 40 foot over here. So this is like one of the first patches, goes up to 16. I'm anchored here because the current is going east to west across that. And then I've got my chum bag, so I'm gonna run chum so it flows across that patch there, and that'll suck everything in that whole area right towards me. And then I'm sitting in about 21.5 foot, so I'm right on the edge of that. And behind me is the channel, but my main concern is pulling fish out of these patches here, as well as getting some ballyhoo and then going from there. So that is what we're looking to do. I've got some chum. Drop that over. And we're gonna get this about 10 minutes or so to start pulling everything off. It's basically flowing out that way is where that patch is at, that whole section there. And I'm gonna have basically everything in front of me, and then so I could throw baits at them. Caught something on this side. Not very big. Little yellowtail. Not bad, but not the size we're looking for. Stop. Pretty though. Eating a lot of my chum. And that's basically all I'm doing. One little glass minnow. This is actually a good size one, but then I use these Kmart brand Hurricane Snapper Snack jigs, 1/32 ounce. 5 packs, like $2.50, $3. I prefer glow, but it doesn't really matter. Pink, white, but that's those. And just let it drift out with the chum. So that just happened. Big old fat screw up somewhere down the line. I'm not sure what happened, but I don't have my spare gas tank. I'm out of gas. That sucks. I got in that first spot. I caught one fish, but it was taking too long, so I was gonna cruise around and look for new spots. I just motored all over the place. Then started coming to a new spot, motor puttered out, no big deal. Grabbed my tank, but the tank wasn't there. So I think, because I filled up at the launch, I put gas in, topped it off. I think I topped it off and then I put the gas tank back in my car, and it's probably just sitting in the trunk of my car right now. But that sucks. The other option is that it might have fell out, but it hasn't been very rough. But then again, my one of my cast nets came unraveled and was strung out behind the kayak, so I don't know if that could have leveraged it off. I have a feeling I left it in my car. So, an FYI, a lot of people, oh, you go out that far, you got that motor, if it's gonna break, what are you gonna do? That's what I'm gonna do. It's a Hobie, so I just pedal my way in, and if those break, I've got my paddle, and I paddle my way in. If that doesn't work, then I just swim back in. So, not that big of a deal. And what people don't realize is like the distance that I go. So let's say I go out to the reef 6 miles. Today I went out to the edge 6 miles, and my motor breaks down. In people's mind, like, oh, you're screwed, you're gonna die out there. But the things you got to remember though is, from the launch to the 6 miles out, I haven't burned any energy. I haven't pedaled one push or paddled one stroke to get 6 miles because I had the motor. So for me, like, this is probably 3 miles, if that. It's nothing, because it's just like a start of my day. That would be like a normal day to just paddle around and get to a fishing spot. So like, I'm not burnt out, I'm not tired, I'm not wore out. I'm just bummed that I would have preferred to fish, but because it's the evening time, I better head in, and I'm going to go ahead and rig up a little Rapala there and just fish on the way back. I mean, might as well. So that is one big fat sucko. But at least hopefully I'll see if I can catch something. I didn't get skunks. I did catch that one yellowtail, but we'll see. I think we got a fish on. Yeah, we got a fish on. Yay! Fish on! Gas-free fish. It's actually a decent fish, I think. What is that, like a grouper or something? Did we catch a grouper? We caught a grouper. What are you doing? Yay for me! On the pedal power. Clucking. Beauty. Thank you though. Nice red. As you can see by the sun, it's gone down a bit. I'm still pedaling, heading on home. I have the headwind, which is not optimum. The good thing about the Hobie kayaks is with the pedal, it just cuts right through the wind. And especially this setup as the Adventure, being narrow, it doesn't really affect anything. I think my body is creating a sail, which is probably more drag than the entire kayak, but otherwise it's just effortless. I haven't stopped pedaling for, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes that I've been going, and it's not strenuous. It's just basically walking or gliding on your bike, just cruising along. But if you're in a wider kayak, especially trying to paddle, it'd be a lot less efficient, and you'd be a lot harder to cut through this wind like this. But anyways, that is an update. We'll do another one once I get to the mangroves.
We're so close too. Almost home. Ah, good fighter. I'm thinking zero maybe. I don't know. Running. Oh, yep. I'm thinking Spanish Mackerel. Ah, tow me that way. Yep, zero. Hey, knock that off. Oh, that's a little Spanish. Yeah, cool, Spanish. You got bought. Oof, you got it in there deep, buddy. Spanish at sunset.